The boy just accidentally squirted ketchup on himself. He turned and was horrified to see his mother was pointing a camera at him. He quickly asked his mom to delete the video, and Daisy agreed to her son's request. But just as she was about to delete the video, she accidentally pressed the rewind button. In an instant, everything around them suddenly started to play in reverse. Time actually went back to the moment her son picked up the ketchup. Daisy snapped out of it and looked around in fear. She rushed to stop her son's action.
Didn't you just squirt the ketchup on yourself?
But Mike looked completely confused by his mom's words. Daisy tried hard to recall what just happened, and attempted to explain it to her son, but Mike still looked totally puzzled. Daisy then let out a sigh of relief, thinking maybe it was all just her imagination. But their strange conversation caught the attention of a nearby cop. Daisy felt a wave of unease. Soon the two of them left the restaurant, but the uneasy feeling only grew stronger as they drove onto the highway. To help his mom calm down, Mike turned on the car music and stepped harder on the gas. But Daisy still felt uneasy, so she told her son to slow down. But Mike picked up the camcorder, wanting to record his mom's anxious state. Just then, a piercing siren suddenly came from behind the car. Mike immediately pulled over. At that moment, Daisy reminded her son to stay calm and be polite and cooperative with the officer, or it could cost him his life. Mike smiled and rolled down the window, only to see it was the same cop they met at the restaurant. Daisy explained to the officer that she was taking her son to college, but the cop seemed hostile. He asked if there were any weapons in the car. Daisy quickly smiled and said no. Then the officer asked Mike if he knew why they were pulled over. Mike answered with restrained frustration, "It's because of speeding."
Since you admitted it, I'll let that go. However, you were operating a handheld device while driving a motor vehicle.
But right after he said that, the officer noticed the camcorder in the car. He questioned them if they were filming him, then angrily reached in to grab it. In the chaos, Daisy accidentally pressed the rewind button. Time began to reverse again. Everything around Daisy played backwards. When she came to, she realized she was back at the moment her son picked up the camera. Seeing his mother in pain, Mike put down the camcorder. Daisy anxiously asked her son where the cop went, but Mike looked completely lost. Clearly he had no memory of the rewound timeline. Daisy now felt even more uneasy. She quickly asked her son to stop the car, then got out with the camcorder to check around. But right at that moment, the police car showed up again. Mike asked the cop for help, thinking his mom might need medical attention. But Daisy panicked even more, because the officer who got out of the car was the same one from before. Instead of helping, he mocked them with sarcasm. He ordered Mike to leave the highway immediately. Mike argued with him in anger. Then the officer suddenly drew his gun. Seeing this, Daisy quickly hit the rewind button again. Sure enough, time rewound again. But this time Daisy went all the way back to the restaurant. She quickly looked around, and saw the officer also sitting nearby eating, staring at her and her son with a look of disgust. Daisy snapped out of it and quickly urged her son to leave. She decided to get out before the officer finished his breakfast, hoping that might help them avoid the cops' pursuit. Daisy rushed her son into the passenger seat, carefully drove onto the highway, and cautiously controlled her speed. Then halfway there, she suddenly made a sharp U-turn.